bug abuse in my KPMMs? Oh, no. Welcome back to the channel, folks. It's time for a caster game, and I think we all know what's coming here. Louis MT, every single time with this Civ, is the boogeyman in your closet. The Freddy Krueger waiting under your bed, and what a depressing position it must be for Numidan. Game number 4, Louis on match point. We head into Cliffside to see if Numidan can stay alive. Shushi might be the solution, though. Yeah, gotta say, Golden Horde really, really strong right now if you reach their timing in Castle Age, but the catch is, do you get to Castle? Shushi on a map like this, with the return of some repeater bow builds, it's possible he could shut it down before it gets online. Let's see how Louis navigates that other game, because I think we all know exactly what he's going to be doing if he gets to Castle Age. Because it is... I think I ranked it as the second most broken thing right now. And the reason I ranked it second is because for the majority of players, like, the elephant strat will be the most busted. So that would hilariously mean that Louis would have won his series from a drawn position off of 2 busted strategies. Oh, God. All right, we can do a little bit of 2x speed to get into the Feudal Ace. There's going to be no aggro coming out from either side. Shushi probably still going Pro Scouts, especially against Golden Horde, because Golden Horde will just go for Torgrud. So if you do go out onto the flanks, Torgrud can just snipe you. So you'll want to have your economy safe at home. But going Pro Scouts does mean against aggressive civs, they tend to get more momentum. So I wonder if Numidan starts by opening like spears if you choke and then switches over. Wouldn't be the first time. I think he's done this with China before, if I remember correctly. I've seen a few people doing that where, like, instead of going Pro Scouts straight away, you maybe go Pro Scouts at 7 or 8 minutes. Make it a transitional play that you earn. That, by the way. Cha-ching! Are you kidding me? Yo, is that the best meditation garden we've seen on Cliffside all year? I think it is. I mean, I think he actually could have made it better. I think he could have shoved it maybe 1 tile further over for more wood, maybe. So that's going to be... is it 111 resources? Plus some trees. So he's probably getting about 125 to 130 resources on this Medigarden. Alright, guys, there might be hope. Khan and Torgrud is going to be on the way, so Louis MT just going for the standard play that all Golden Horde players go for. Honestly, I think building carts is probably going to need a buff. Building carts, the one that gives you 2 production buildings. For a start, those production buildings take way too long to deploy. That it makes it feel really bad. Like, you save 150 wood per building, but essentially the time it takes to unpack, you could have just built it yourself. I don't know. Whereas Khan and Torgrud, it's going to be across the board for the rest of the game, a 20% discount on stone cost. And stone is valuable, incredibly valuable this Civ. As well as a huge HP buff for your Khan bodyguards. It's just way too good. Batu Khan now on the way. I've forgotten the Ninja slow active. I have not forgotten the Ninja slow active. I think Kipchak triple shot is more busted than that. In fact, Shinobi slowing is absolutely fine. Shinobi slowing and debuffing to increase damage is fine. Shinobi doing damage themselves is the problem. Whereas Kipchak, the Kipchak triple shot is literally broken. It is bugged, it is unintended behavior. Now, I know we're in the Feudal Age, we're like, KP, why are we talking about Kipchak so much? Because we've watched several Louis MT Golden Horde games, and they all get to that point. This is, I think, the other challenge. Like, Golden Horde is just kind of a sickening Civ for a player like Louis. Because Louis is a survivor, man. He's so good at avoiding a killing blow in the early ages. And that's a huge advantage for trying to unlock the critical win point for this Civ. So Torgrud opening, forcing the spin. And Numidan has already gone into Pro Scout, so got Deer coming home already. He's going to be an intercept on this side. Happy to just push him away. Doesn't try to chase. Golden Horde's weakness is Feudal Lins. Yeah. Like, that's my fault. It's a bit weird, though, because, like, actually, Chuk Nu in particular kind of suck. Like, this is the thing. Like, you're not wrong in that, like, there's some really good timings off of Shushi. in Feudal aggro. Certain matchups, for example, we've seen it look really good. We had one the other day, Marine Lord against Lucifron, the Iabid versus the Shushi one. That was sick. But here, it's actually not that good because of this. Tortugud have free range armor by default, meaning that they can reduce your damage down to 1 per bolt on Chuganu. That's a really big problem on the map. And Louis, he's already following up with archers to kind of complete the composition. Yeah, Tortugud aren't quick winners, but they slowly grind you down is the thing. At 270 HP is pretty incredible. I've already heard some people complaining about these guys in team games, and I'm not really surprised. I think in team games, wholly makes sense. Like, this unit has more health than a Castle Age Knight, so taking it down is really difficult. Spears. I mean, the Spearmen are going to be doing 28 damage per strike. So when you calculate reductions, it takes over 10 pokes to kill a Tortugud. That's not too good of an exchange. Louis already adding in the stockyards. Yeah, so he's not coming out at all. Actually, no, he is. He's already deering. This is a very early stockyard, actually. But the maths is good for it. You know, like, it's infinite food gen for 4 villages. And you are actually getting a discount. You're paying about, instead of 75 wood cost on a farm, it's more like you're paying about 60, I think 63 wood. So pretty much like Byzantine levels of efficiency. Yeah, because remember, you're paying 250, but you occupy 4 workers. And it's arguably better than a farm, especially at this point in the game. Because in a farm, your village is moving around, then dropping off. Here, you're just going down, gathering, standing up, dropping off. So it's a lot more efficient in terms of no wasted time on the workers. See? Right there. Honestly, would not be surprised if he just goes for grazing. Rotation grazing is 200 stone, but it gives him 10% more gathering on those sheep, and he's already got 8 villages on it. Actually, I think that might be what he's going for. He's not spending on the Tortugud. The other possibility is he's just raw going to rush Kipchaks because he's going for castle. Yeah, I think it's going to be a Kipchak rush. Adds in Iraqs in the meantime, because he does see knights coming. Numidan, of course, already in castle. And like I said that casually at 9 minutes, but welcome to Shushi. Okay, so he has got knight pressure, and this is the real big test of Louis now, because this is the difficult point for Golden Horde. This is the thing that like can kill a lot of players. You are so slow to attack. Like, unbelievably slow. Like, old man with arthritis, missing a leg, with a Zimmer frame, crossing the road, but the road is actually highway thickness. Slow. Very slow then. And he's going to give you Relic Uvus, which even if he doesn't pick up relics, it's just going to allow him to get more stone gen. I like the way he's playing with Tortugud as well. Just actually keeping Numidan looking at his own base when he should be looking at Louis. Yeah, waiting long here is not good. And remember, these Tortugud are actually tankier than the Lancers. The damage is terrible compared to them. It's 10 damage versus 24, but you see the raw HP. Kind of reminds me of Demi-Lancers and the controversy of that unit where, oh yeah, their stats are really bad on attack. Like, yeah, but they just don't really die. And you get a bunch of them. Maybe at least could get burned. I think Numidan knows what he's doing. He's got the second one over here. I wonder if he just tries to creep relic straight away. Remember, Golden Horde kind of plays like Abbasids, but worse in these type of timings. Like, you can stockpile with the resources, but the problem is, if you wait to age up and then build Castle Age units, you're then going to have to wait double the time to even start seeing the first ones. It's really rough. I think this is the Civ more than any other of the new ones, where I've like looked and talked about how sad and weak they kind of feel, and then it's been followed up 3 or 4 minutes later by a complete rant about brokenness. They really are that type of Civ. It all comes down to if you can connect with this Kipchak timing. I think Numidan done the right thing not adding in Chug. Would have been worthless against Tortugud. And the problem is Kipchak can actually beat repeater bows because of the slash. Tech up complete. Prayer tent gets dropped straight away. Uvus have been torched. Yeah, so great that you're getting 20% more stone from Uvus, but now you get none. You've got 0 stone income. He's hard locked at 495 stone. Torgu build in 6 to 8 seconds in Imp. We're not talking about Imp, we're in Castle. Like, dude, you might be able to rush Imperial Age in your like team games, but dude, we're in a 1v1 tournament game here. I'm not so convinced about the fast Imp build for Golden Horde. I haven't even seen anyone try in a pro game yet. Like, if you thought Cognet was greedy, I don't know, man. I think Golden Horde, like you're seeing what's happening here. I think that just happens if you try the fast Imp build. If I'm up against fast Imp Golden Horde, my #1 priority is just take your stone outcroppings away. Because without them, you have no stone. And if you have no stone, you don't have a cheap Imp army. Nimu now adding in Chug. But the Kipchak are on the way, folks. I guess without the splash damage, he doesn't care. So this is a good time to explain the bug. I saw someone ask about it earlier. Triple Shot is an 800 stone investment tech that allows your horse archers of the Golden Horde to shoot 3 shots instead of 1. And you get 3 stacks of bleed instead of 1. Now, that's absolutely fine. That's balanced. That's within reason. You do half the damage of the original shot. But what's broken about it is they accidentally added an area of effect to those shots. We've watched a Kipchak shoot into a big blob of archers, all targeting 1 archer, and then they kill 8 of them. It's not intended behavior. It is truest extent, truest definition, a bug. It's a pretty busted one. Don't buff the other game, the Golden Horde. I know what they need to do to fix Golden Horde. They basically need to add a worship functionality to the Golden Tent, where you would increase the tech speed a little bit like builders on a landmark. But the effect should be probably a third to a quarter as effective as adding extra villagers into building a landmark. That's how you fix Golden Horde. So then I could actually rush my age up if I want to, but it's so expensive to do so. But at least then I'm making a choice. And guys, did he do it? Oh my god! Louis! You sick son of a gun. He snuck all the way north with 1 villager. Triple Uvu'd. And already drops the relic Uvus. Guys, this is the thing I've been warning about. This is the broken strat with Golden Horde. If you go relic Uvus, the #1 mistake people are making is they just walk the relics home. You don't need to walk them home. As soon as your monk's in position, he can insta-deploy them where you pick them up. See, the relic started here, and then this relic started, I think, here. So he just walks it somewhere where it's likely to be seen. And sure, this does mean eventually Numidan can pick the relics up, but in the meantime, you get full tempo, you get the stone. And what's so strong about this is if you're talking about a super fast castle build, this is a bit different in this game, sure. But a standard fast castle build, if I walk over and relic Uvu drop, you don't have the burn power to quickly destroy it. I get time to react, and I can then use that stone to either go for Torgud or get extra techs, maybe get my hands on a certain triple shot tech that melts everything. And that stone is making the world go round, folks. Triple shot coming through. He even went for the tier 1 tech for Uvu gathering. So he increased it by 30% already. So he's already 50% quicker in each of these. He's gathering 93 stone a minute. And remember, even if this trickles down to 1, it will not go lower. You get infinite stone as Golden Horde. Triple shots in as well. It's about to begin, isn't it? Yep. Why? Why is that a thing? I mean, he hasn't got a big enough mass to just one-hit kill a blob, but it will get there. Numidan didn't do any damage. I mean, he'd done economical damage. In theory, that should have done something, but these Kipchaks are freaking wild. And I like Louis' approach. Like, spears will beat the lancers, and the lancers will be safe because the Kipchak should be able to wipe Master Chief very quickly. Pretty crafty approach. And you're seeing that splash damage starting to come in. It's rough here. The Lancer's even getting clipped by it all. And they are getting hit by the bleed. Remember, that's the other thing with the splash damage. It applies the bleed onto them. And the clash. Louis just keeping count at this right now. He's not falling behind on military mass right now. And that's the really big problem. Attack speed buffs start to get activated. Kipchak commit in, looking to get rid of the last Chug. Numadon. He's starting to break through the spears a little bit, but look at the cost on the lances! They're just gone! No way! Not able to contest it whatsoever. Oh, that was brutal. More troops on the way. He's not done yet. No, Louis, he smells blood in the water. He full sharks it. Kipchak, they're just great at snowballing from this type of position. Look at the splash. Seriously. Louis will reset because, of course, now it's mainly Chug. But now that it's mainly Chug, yep, just add in a few chunky frontliners and then build more Kipchaks. Even with the bug, GH does not perform very well. What you mean in general? Like, I would say for your average gamer, probably not. Then again, like, when you get into these big blob fights, there's an argument they're still going to be pretty good. I think in the hyper late game, when people are using horsemen, for example, that's where Kipchak's less impactful because splash damage is still going to be impacted by armor, right? So you're not going to hit as hard. But at this point in the game, usually when people are shifting off of lances, they're looking at archers, crossbowmen, Chug, spearmen. Like, these are all things that Kipchak destroy. Not many pros give him a chance from what I've observed. I think it's because it's meant to be quite difficult to get to this point. There may also be one or two players that think that this is just going to get nerfed out quickly, and it's unintended behavior, and they don't want to do it. Like, we had people like that before where, like, oh, Ibids, I don't want to mess with that because the, like, animation canceling. So full slowdown. Numadon, correct call. He's going Nesta Bees. The only concern I have here is, like, this may be a unit that's beating you in the fight, but this is also a raider. This is a horse archer or on cocaine. Like, these guys are ridiculous. Even if it didn't have splash damage, it would, against a villager, be doing 24 damage. Almost enough to 2-hit kill. But when you add the splash damage in, you can already see where I'm going with this. If Louis peels 5 Kipchak and comes over here, it's going to be minus 8 villagers, easily. For now, though, Louis, focused on the main engagement, does see the Nesta Bee, so this might change him into raider mode. Reminder, by the way, he never lost those 2 Relic Uvus. They've been sitting there the whole time. Seriously, guys, go try it in your games. If you've been struggling with Golden Horde and you're going for like a semi-fast castle build, just walk your monks around the map, dropping the relics like this. It's kind of comparative to that old school Mongol build where you would move the temple with you. The idea is you want to eventually bring them back, but it doesn't cost you anything to just deploy them into an Uvu in the meantime. You're not losing out by doing that. Because if you're rushing castle, your opponent's maybe got like maximum 10 units. Maybe less. You know, if he's rushing castle as well to try and get relics, then he's going to have practically no units. If he's in Feudal, you deploying the Uvu straight away, he's still going to get you some stone now. And because it's Feudal, he's not going to be able to take the relic away from you. It's a really solid play by Louis. And now it's just turning into infinite Kipchak and... oh boy. Nope, we're leaving. We are leaving. Yeah, even buildings are actually kind of wonky against these, by the way. Remember when we watched Shiganu destroy buildings? These things are horseback Shiganu. This is literally horseback Chugnu versus foot Chugnu. Wait, is that the first outpost all game from Louis? No, he had one back here, I think. Yeah, he did it all the time. I was about to say, he should have at least had one for the production rates. And look at the amount of stockyards he's on to, though. I think the only negative that I'd flag here is Louis is neglecting to get grazing, which is a bit shocking. Like, he hasn't even gotten level 1. I think he's just forgotten about it. Like, at this point, you've got, what, probably, how many stockyards? He's got 8. So he has 32 villagers on food, permanent food. But he's not buffing that by 10%. That's pretty wasteful. I think now he's probably looking for... Well, he already got batch production, didn't he? Yeah, he's just straight up AG. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Nestor Bees scared him away. Congrats, Numadon. You delayed your execution. However, in 2 minutes' time, there's going to be some very cheap, fast-producing stone armies coming out of this landmark. And with 500 stone a minute, Louis can afford to keep it pumping non-stop. And it's getting even better, folks. He goes stable reinforcements. This is Mass Torgud. So he'll be able to get Torgud really cheap in this building. And the interesting thing about that, or even Keshiks, either one works. They're super cheap, and he just got batch production. So instead of getting 2 per rotation, he's going to get 3. And Kipchak cost, they are a little bit pricey. You pay 150 resources. But as you're seeing, wholly worth it. You always age up the other choice. I think Yam Network has its place. Yam Network is like in a very prolonged game. If you're trying to pop on each side, I could see it being good because it's infinite gold. Like if you do Yam Network plus you go for the Stockyard Edict, your gold gen is insane. Like you beat English gold gen in the late game, which is crazy. But this is more timing based. Because they're not maintaining 200 pop, massing cheap armies is a huge advantage. Same logic with things like Karganet. When you've got small economy, getting that much production is crazy. Yo, what's up, Dragon the One? Appreciate the sub, by the way. Thank you for the Prime. Remember, guys, always drop your Prime subs across on our Twitch side. It does support the channel. And yeah, there's your confirmation as Heavy Cav. Sarai Launchers coming in. So this is going to give him... This is basically Step Lancers. It gives the increased attack, heal, as well as attack speed. Nimidon is at least mirroring the tech timing. Still, his army is already so much worse. Ay. Golden 10. Check these prices. Karash, 2 for 10 stone. Kipchaks, 2 for 100 stone. Keshiks, 2 for 220 stone. You can even get trebuchets in double batch. And look at the queue. Oh my, yeah, calm down, Louis. He queued up 10 of them. He gets 3 Torgud every 6 seconds. Watch the number. Watch how quickly this goes up. Oh my god. 350 HP. 350 on these things. And he hasn't even got biology yet. That's still coming in 50 seconds. Obviously, you need the food, but he's got the stockyards for that. It's only 78 stone. He's paying the price of 1 night in total to get 3 nights. Look at it! He's already up to 26. The only limitation is population. But now it's time for some population control. Numadon now panic rushing into spears. But with the Kipchak and the broken splash damage, Louis already has the answer to that defense. Even got the badass for his tributaries with the better Bardishas now. Shout out to them looking awesome. And shout out to this looking broken. He's up to 44 Torgud! Oh my god, someone do the maths. Like, the tech up was it a minute and a half ago? He's added in, what, like 30 Torgud already? But this is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. Numenon's like, well, I didn't need that base anyway. I mean, sure, whatever. Nestor B's getting some good shots in. But not for long. The Kipchak, they're looking for a backstab on a stacked army. Starts to march in, gets the Khan debuff as well. Nestor B's turn onto the Kips. But this ain't gonna be a keeper. Numadon is cooked. Damage buff coming through to make it even simpler. Behold the unlimited Torgud. It's too good. Kipchak might be not only the only thing that's getting nerfed at this rate. Oh my lord. That number never went down. All the way to the moon. Talk about the Zerg Civ of AoE4.